And we're going to start in 2 minutes at 5:02. So we'll have some music to.
Cool.
We are on YouTube.
Welcome to the Santa Monica College Interaction Design Program graduate celebration for the class of 2021. I'll be your host. My name is Nicole Chan, and I'm the faculty lead for this amazing bachelor's degree program at Santa Monica College. To kick off our evening, I want to bring to the stage Christian Enriquez, who will introduce a beautiful reel that highlights our graduating class's design projects.
Hello, everybody. We survived. We did it. That's what most of us are saying amongst our class. And we did it in a very interesting way. Although online classes have been around for a while, the transition from an in-person program to a completely online one meant we had to adapt really quickly. Sticky notes on walls became digital ones in screens, which in my opinion is 3M's worst nightmare. We used to rent out rooms for meetings at the CMD campus, but now we join Zoom calls and hope that we can wrap things up before getting kicked out on the 40-minute mark, which I'm sure some of us were low-key happy about. We learned so much from one another, especially because many times we forgot to mute our mics. But the one thing that didn't change was Chase's amazing hair and the bond that our cohort created with one another. The care that went into the relationships we built in person easily transferred into the digital realm. Not only were we there for each other emotionally, but we were there for each other productively as well. To give you a look and feel on what we have produced, Ami Kubota created this amazing inspirational video showcasing some of our work.
Thank you, Christian. Wonderful job, Ami. It's amazing. So if anyone knows a designer, we love research and documentation. So of course, our past year has been documented in a digital annual report. The link to this report is available on ixd.smc.edu, and you can also link to the report from YouTube. Please review our annual report in more depth on your own time. However, I do want to highlight some of our program successes by giving you a brief sneak peek. Special thanks to students Dee Zhu, Genevieve Johnson, Julia Engfer, Christian Enriquez, and Alice Ho for all your hard work on this project. So I will screen share that really quickly. So this year, one thing that we were really excited about was that we had the highest number of applicants yet to our program. We had 90 people apply for 26 available slots for the incoming cohort starting this fall. And as you will see, there are a number of wonderful things on here that we want to highlight. We've had a total of 89 graduates so far since our first cohort graduated in 2017. As you will see, there are a number of wonderful things from our past year. However, we love involving our amazing alumni, so we are grateful to have alumna Amanda Sanchez come to speak to our students at our fall kickoff about her professional experience working as a designer researcher at JP Morgan & Chase. And last semester, we launched the beta of the IXD mentorship program with the senior class. Students connected with their individually assigned mentor at different touch points to present resumes and portfolios to get feedback and support. Mentors were designers from companies such as IDEO, Hulu, Apple, Microsoft, Lyft, Riot Games, Activision, JP Morgan & Chase, and SAP. IXD alumni who work at some of these companies also kindly mentored. And of course, we don't want to forget our industry collaborations. Our program has a deep belief in the power of students working on real-world projects with companies and working designers. This year, our program had the opportunity to work with Adobe, Activision, IDEO, and Beyond 12. And we also worked with stakeholders from NASA, JPL, and Begin. In a special design sprint run by Adobe, 7 different design programs were invited to participate, both private and public, and our IXD seniors, Sarah Pope, Gabriela Castro, and Porfirio Moreno earned third place and a prize. I want to give a special shout out to the juniors, the class of 2022. They began the IXD program during the pandemic, and hopefully soon they will get to officially meet for the first time in person. Crazy. Also, I want to highlight and have you, spend your own time with investigating all the places that our students are interning and working at a variety of wonderful companies and gaining great experiences. So please take a look and spend some time at these places that they are working. And of course, as anyone knows, a great team is better than gold. So I want to thank all the people who have worked so hard this past year to support our students and each other. This ranges from the dean of our program, faculty, staff, administration, and our IXD board of advisors. So now I'd like to welcome our superintendent president, Dr. Catherine Jeffrey, to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. I saw some of the students with their regalia on, so mine was hanging behind me on a rack. So I decided to at least don my tam and my collar so that I could be official with you today in attire as well as in spirit. So congratulations to the 4th graduating class of the baccalaureate degree of science in Interaction Design at Santa Monica College. You, the IXD graduates of 2021, are among a select group of individuals who have been accepted into a program like this, and you have demonstrated the grit and tenacity and persistence to get to this finishing line. And I know you're all very proud of yourselves, and that your family members and your friends are very proud of you as well. As you probably already know, this is the only interaction design program offered at a community college in the United States. And it is one of only 15 baccalaureate degrees that are offered in a California community college. So truly, you are in a very, very unique program. It was in 2014 that legislation was passed by then Governor Jerry Brown that paved the way for the 15 community colleges in California to compete in order to offer a baccalaureate degree. That was a historic first. That is how SMC's Interaction Design program came into being. It was created in response to regional industry need, as well as the uniqueness of the discipline and the promise it offers to the technology workforce of the future, which is you. Over 100 Los Angeles tech and entertainment companies supported SMC's proposal, including some of the biggest names in the industry, giants like Microsoft, Warner Brothers, Disney, Fox TV, Sony Pictures Entertainment, Universal Pictures, Amazon Web Services, and many, many others. When SMC got the green light to offer this program, it was truly a watershed moment. So today, I want to compare the historic nature and the joy of the program's commencement to your personal achievement. So you began in fall of 2019 and spent the majority of your time at SMC online, persevering through one of the most difficult periods in human history, let alone one of the most difficult times to be a student. You have persisted through a global pandemic that was a fraught movement as well with regard to racial and social justice. I do not know of your personal stories and histories, but I know that the anxiety, stress, the uncertainty, perhaps even loss, may have colored many of your lives throughout this past year. It has been a trying time. Through all of the challenges, you've made it to this culminating point. You've made it to today, as we celebrate your completion of the highest academic achievement awarded by Santa Monica College. Special thanks go to faculty members Luke Johnson, Nicole Chan, for working hard to make this a special day. Congratulations to Maxim. And Maxim, I always mispronounce your last name, but I'm going to give it a try today. Sufaline. I hope I'm close. You can correct me later. I'd love to hear you pronounce it on screen so I can know how close I got. But like the students, all of the faculty, you're always keeping track of the work that needs to be done to ensure that the labs are running the way that they should. The classroom work is being presented in the best way that we could possibly do it. And I look forward to seeing the ways in which all of our students continue to use technology in meaningful ways to make the lives of all of us much, much richer, because IXD is one of those tools. It's the kind of thing that we didn't even know we needed until you showed us all of the amazing things we can do through interaction design. So in the next few months during the COVID-19 pandemic, which is winding down, and let's all keep our fingers crossed on that particular point, we are winding down to a time when we'll be able to resume and re-engage each other, resume courses on ground and re-engage each other in person. You have experienced firsthand the power of technology to harness resources, to amplify a necessary message and to get urgent information into the hands of those who need it most. We have used technology to reach you, to offer the courses in interaction design. Our faculty have reached you and connected with you and created the potential for you to open many, many doors through the use of the knowledge that you've attained. So I trust that you will all use your skills for the good of humanity. I encourage you certainly to do so. Congratulations again to each one of you, the 2021 graduating class of the Interaction Design Baccalaureate degree at Santa Monica College. The world awaits you. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Jeffrey. We appreciate your leadership over the past year and definitely your kind words. Thank you so much. So now I'd like to move on to introducing our guest speaker, Matthew Manos. When faculty asked our graduates who they would love to speak at their celebration event, Matthew was first on their list. No pressure, Matthew. Now a little bit about Matthew. He is recognized as one of the 100 most influential creatives working today by How Magazine, as well as the founder of Very Nice and editor-in-chief of Reginald. Driven by a mission to alleviate expenses for nonprofit organizations while increasing access to design strategy for all, Very Nice launched in 2008 as one of the first examples of social enterprise in the design industry. Matthew is also the an author or editor of over 25 books and toolkits on the intersections of creativity, strategy, and social impact. He has delivered lectures, facilitated workshops, or exhibited work in 18 countries, including 2 TEDx talks. In addition to running Very Nice, Matthew is the Assistant Dean for Academic Strategy and an Assistant Professor of Design at USC Iovine and Young Academy, a school that brings together design, business, and technology in order to create the next generation of entrepreneurs and innovators. So thank you, Matthew. I'll turn the stage over to you.
All right. Thank you so much, Nicole, for the lovely introduction. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for having me, everyone. And most importantly, congratulations. This is such an incredibly exciting moment in all of your lives, and you and those around you should be incredibly proud. I personally can't wait to see what you all do. And today, with our time together, I wanted to share with you a very honest account of 5 things that I wish someone would have told me when I was graduating from design school. First, good design is not about the designer. While it can be hard to admit at times, design is not art. There are a lot of ways to break down why or the differences between art and design. But one that I often point to is the fact that while art is about the artist, good design is not about the designer. That's because design of the commercial flavor is meant to serve a functional use. Design is used by people. And 9 times out of 10, the designer isn't the primary user or stakeholder that'll be adopting the end work product. So good design is about those people, not the designer. As someone coming from a background of interest in fine art, this was a tough realization for me. So tough that it went on to make me want to switch my major, actually, when I was in college. But I eventually didn't do that, and I stuck with design. I fell in love with the fact that it wasn't about me, that I could actually have a shot at creating an impact on the lives of others. However, while excited about design, I found that it was critical to find other ways to literally center myself. As a result, I've long been a fan of creative side projects that are for no one but myself. And I think many designers, especially all of you listening, would really benefit from this kind of practice, as a means to balance this creative identity that we all have with the fact that the work we spend most of our days doing rightfully has nothing to do with us or what we want or what we like. Second, design is not inherently good. Every day, designers and innovators alike, with the best of intentions, work really hard to devise solutions that often create more harm than good. As exciting as this industry may look and as innocent as the work you do may seem, it's critical to understand that design is not inherently good or ethical. Instead, you have to work to make it that way. And by work, sometimes I mean fight. With every project you take on, ask yourself how you can identify the unintended consequences behind what you're taking on and what you're suggesting, and address those things head on. How can you advocate for the end user or community to have a seat at the table? How can you limit the environmental impact of the products you develop? How can you ensure the really exciting technology you're contributing to isn't inadvertently displacing entire industries, putting the livelihoods of people at risk? Most companies do not have a chief ethical design officer, so whether or not you choose to accept this challenge, it's up to you to raise these flags. Third, success is up to you to define. It's easy to get caught up in the standard criteria for success, such as how many projects you've worked on, what your client list looks like, how much money you make, how big your team is, what kind of car you drive. However, just as the vision of your career path is up to you to define, so is the success of that trajectory. Take the time to reflect on what success might mean for you. Work towards that. And respect the success criteria of others, but don't feel the need to adopt something that doesn't align with your end goal. This is something that I really struggled with early on. For the first handful of years at Very Nice, I worked hard with the goal of building up a big team. I opened 3 offices. I was on a race to generate over $1 million per year. But after a while of doing that and working towards all of that, I realized I was working really hard to accomplish someone else's goal. On the surface, it may seem surprising that I dealt with this. I say that because if you're familiar with my work, you know I tend to err on the side of very impractical approaches to business, giving half of my work away for free, putting all of my company's trade secrets online for free to download, but it's true. So if it can happen to someone as weird as me, it can definitely happen to you. Fourth, speaking of weird, there's a chance you'll never feel like you're going to fit in. And that's okay. Learning to be comfortable with feeling like the weirdo in the room, like many of us creative people do, is a sign that you're either onto something different and unique with your life and work, or that you've learned to be okay with who you are instead of being okay with what everyone else thinks is okay. And fifth, care more about why you do rather than what you do. People's interests, the market, and what's top of mind for clients and employers changes seemingly on a daily basis. To fall too deeply in love with what you do as a designer can ultimately lead to a stubborn quality that doesn't afford you the ability to move quickly and adapt as needed. If there's one place I'd suggest all designers be as stubborn as possible, it's with their mission. We've all seen those common statistics about how many businesses fail in the first 5 years. While many would assume the cause of death was simply not having a great product, being too early or maybe too late with an idea, or running out of money, another common cause of the end of a business is the owner falling out of love with it, losing the willingness to fight for its survival. The same applies to those of you entering the job market. You'll likely find yourself in many different working scenarios over the years. Your job does not define you. Instead, your mission is the through line. And every place you go should contribute to realizing that bigger goal. So in summary, first, good design is not about you. It's about solving a problem and improving the lives of others. And we're really lucky to be in a line of work that allows us to do that. Second, design isn't inherently good. It's up to us to ensure the ethical considerations behind our designs are being considered and addressed. Third, success is up to you to define. Fourth, there's a chance you'll never feel like you fit in, but it's okay to be the weird creative kid. And finally, fifth, care more about why you do rather than what you do. Jobs and opportunities come and go. Your life is about realizing a mission. Reflect on what that might be and hold it close to your heart. So with that, thank you again for having me, and best of luck as you all go on to graduate.
Thank you so much, Matthew. We really appreciate you coming and spending time with us today. All right, so now I would like to bring to the stage Andrew Ma, who is going to share a student reflection.
Thank you, Nicole. You know, when I first got into this program, two thoughts entered my mind. The first was, yes, I'm going to be able to take care of this amazing opportunity. And then the very second thought was, oh God, I'm going to be entering my 30s. Am I going to be the oldest person in the class? Am I going to be asked to buy things from Rouse after class? Luckily for me, the latter never happened. And the first part exceeded my expectations and more. To say that we've had an unusual experience is an understatement. We joined this program for a top-notch design education, learning from our amazingly talented and accomplished professors on a beautiful modern campus nestled in the bosom of Silicon Beach, a mere stone's throw from some of the big tech hitters like Headspace, Hulu, and Red Bull. And it's kind of crazy to think about that past life and how fortunate we were to have those first 6 months together in person. I mean, we tested each other's mobility project prototypes, spent countless hours as imposters at the Colorado Center. We even put on an impromptu vigil in honor of Zeph's finger and the sacrifice it made for a board game final. Then, spoiler alert, global pandemic, and we and every student in the world were abruptly and unceremoniously transferred to Zoom University. I mean, it was nice not to have to commute to school, but has anyone else tried to learn physical product design through a webcam? I didn't think so. But we were resilient and we found ways to adapt to these new circumstances. And in a weird way, it was the ultimate design challenge. I mean, we tried a lot of new things. Some things worked and some things didn't, but we made the best of it. Our professors were able to adapt our classes to this new reality that we were all facing. I mean, Maxim in particular managed to make what we affectionately called intangible interactions into a fun and memorable class, even over the internet. Although we definitely have to give a special shout out to Zoom recordings for the occasional helping hand there. But we made it. Seeing the amount of support that we gave each other these past few days as we presented our final presentations was the perfect microcosm of how amazing our cohort experience has been. My girlfriend would look over at our group chat and see the endless outpouring of support as we hyped each other up. And she was like, wow, you guys really like each other. And I say it's a testament to Luke, Maxim, and Nicole for putting all of us together. If anyone ever needed proof about how much they care about this program and how well they know how to assemble a diverse yet complementary team of talented yet hungry designers, this would be it. And that was just the latest in a never-ending parade of reasons why I love all of you. And I hope you all feel the same about me and each other. And I hope that we will continue to be each other's loudest and most obnoxious cheerleaders. I mean, we've gone through some crazy shit together. We helped each other deal with vague stakeholders, ambiguous homework assignments, a mysterious an elusive marine mammal in our Miro boards, asynchronous frustrations, and unfortunately, some very difficult life situations. But we always came through for each other. And I know that we'll continue to celebrate our wins together. I know it's a bit cliche, but I couldn't be more excited to see what every one of you does next. And I know that's a feeling shared by all of our professors, our amazing counselors and support staff at SMC, our personal and professional mentors, and our program champion and unofficial chair of celebration, Amanda Garcia. So I guess I just wanted to say, congratulations, C4. We did it. Thank you.
Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for getting me to start crying. All right, folks. Now we're going to move on to the part of our evening where we're going to formally congratulate the class of 2021. So let me go ahead and get that set up. All right, so class of 2021, I'm going to read off your names. Gabriela Castro, Erin Guen, Julia Engfer, Marcelo Vieira, Porfirio Moreno, Zephyr Swart, Andrew Ma, Ava Ashardi, Casey Motts, Giselle Hurtado, Ralph Guam, Ross Meredith, Ami Kubota, Omel Katanian, Dee Shu, Genevieve Johnson, Miguel Juteau, Christian Enriquez, Andrew Humness, Sarah Pope, Omzi Pitchford, Will Gomez, and Chase Wynn. Congratulations, class of 2021. Oops. You guys just saw my Spotify, sorry. All right. So now I want to bring to the stage Will Gomez, who will be leading us in a celebration.
Thanks, Nicole. Greetings, friends, family, faculty, alumni, current students, and graduates. Thank you for joining us today. It truly is a momentous occasion, and we are so fortunate to have all of you present to celebrate with us. My fellow graduates and I are incredibly fortunate and grateful to be crossing this finish line. We faced incredible adversity, but found a way to persist despite the odds. None of this would be possible without the care and attention we received during unspeakably difficult times. While we gained a great many things in the IXD program, the greatest of these is undoubtedly the IXD community. I feel that it is only appropriate to acknowledge the sacrifices made on our behalf by the rich support structure we have been afforded. To everyone who drove across town during a pandemic to make sure we had the supplies we needed, provided timely words of encouragement when things looked the darkest, made sure that all of our requirements were there and taken care of, advocated for us to ensure our needs were fulfilled, or sacrificed time and attention from their own families to ensure our paths forward were illuminated, I say thank you. Thank you for providing the necessary support that paved our path towards success. This victory, it's not just a victory for us graduates, but for the entire SMC community, a community that ensured we were given the greatest level of care and attention during times of great turmoil so that we may manifest our dreams. We all suffered immeasurable loss during the past couple months, loss that is incalculable in many ways. And I want to honor the memory of those who were there for us, who may not be able to see us reach our goals. The collective victory we are honoring today is only possible because someone saw the potential in us at some point and made it their mission to help. I am certain that my fellow graduates and I will do the best to honor these sacrifices by creating incredible things with integrity, poise, and grace, so that we may someday give back to this distinctive community we are members of. So to those of you who are with us and those who aren't, please know that this triumph is as much yours as it is ours. To our incredible professors, nobody could have foreseen the challenges we endured, but you adapted, listened, and all of you rose to the occasion to create an environment that gave us so many incredible moments and lessons that we will certainly take with us on our journey forward. Nobody can ever take that away from us, and that is something we will cherish forever. I think if we leave this institution with an ounce of Luke's precise attention to detail, Maxim's unparalleled ingenuity, or Nicole's unwavering compassion, we will undoubtedly be the design powerhouses that you have worked so hard to build. To my fellow graduates, we did it, and I'm honored to be here with all of you. I couldn't imagine a greater group of people to be sharing this achievement with and to see shape the world. I can't wait to see what all of you will do, but I'm certain it will be great. And while our paths may be diverging, our roads will forever be intertwined going forward. So if you will join me, please raise a glass and savor this moment of victory together. This is our moment. Cheers.
Thank you, Will. That was really wonderful and kind. All right, everybody, I really appreciate everyone contributing to this wonderful celebration event. We do rely on our community for support. So if you're watching this, please tell your network about the SMC IXD program. Come give a lecture or a workshop, offer to be a mentor, hire our students, and please let me know how you would like to contribute. I'm always happy to help. So the class of 2021 are the future designers and leaders that are tasked with the hard work of creating a more compassionate and inclusive world for all of us. And I can say with confidence that they are ready. And I wish you joy in your upcoming journey. So that's all for this evening. Have a lovely evening, and please stay in touch, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank
you, guys. Love
you all.
Thank you.
Congratulations,
Love
everybody.
you all.
Thank you.
It was wonderful.
Thank you, Dr. Jeffrey.
Very, very nice.